All of us are adjusting to new measures and approaches in how we go about our daily lives and how we interact with one another. With this in mind, I want to assure our citizens that the core services and operations that the City of Surrey provides are being maintained for the well-being and safety of our community, with measures put in place to keep our staff and frontline responders safe. While we are doing everything to ensure for a smooth continuation, I would ask the people of Surrey for their patience, given the fast-changing nature of events. During the COVID pandemic, Surrey RCMP and Surrey Fire are taking up proactive steps to ensure the safety of our Surrey residents will not be compromised. Frontline policing is the top priority, with resources shifted to ensure for response to Priority 1 emergency 911 calls, managing prolific offenders in our community, maintaining a highly visible police presence in the city, and protecting Surrey's most vulnerable, with RCMP and mental health outreach team operating at full capacity. Surrey Fire is currently at normal service levels, and all Surrey Fire halls are full operational strength to respond to emergency and 911 calls. Surrey Fire has contingency plans in place to ensure maximum response ability is maintained. Starting Monday, March 23rd, all city-run day camps will be shut down. Also, starting Monday, daycares will also be shut down to the public in order to prioritize space for health workers, first responders, and essential service workers. As part of the city's COVID-19 pandemic response, modifications have been made to our customer service counters at City Hall, such as the requirement to use hand sanitizer stations upon entry and exit from our City Hall. To protect our staff, as of yesterday afternoon, the city has begun implementing remote work options that ensure employee safety while maintaining full continuing in city's operations. I want to stress that while you may see a change in how business is conducted at the City Hall, the business of the city has not stopped. For example, the Planning and Development Department are prioritizing permit application to move quicker issuances of simple permits. Also have expanded remote inspections to enhance social isolation opportunities while keeping projects going. As of tomorrow, a call center to direct inquiries that would normally take place at City Hall will be in operation, so our clients will not have to come to City Hall. The phone number for the call center is 604-591-4086. Ensuring that business continues, which is a high priority for us, is vital in the days ahead. That's why the city has approved an infrastructure construction project to proceed for the Annandale-Tynehead NCP. This new infrastructure represents $35 million worth of construction, and the project itself will bring more housing, thousands more houses, to Surrey. The money for the infrastructure project that I just announced has been given to us by the developer to put the services in for this project, which will create hundreds and hundreds of jobs. It also will be starting in the ground in a couple of weeks. City staff are taking stock of what are large format industrial space that could potentially be used to set up temporary hospitals or as space for production lines to manufacture essential medical equipment, or for warehousing of essential resources. There has also been a lot of questions regarding property tax. We are actively, and I've been working on this for a couple of days, working with the province and what can be done on this front, and we will update you as soon as we can. As we all know now, events are changing every day, and I can assure you that the City of Surrey will adapt accordingly. While our recreation facilities are closed during this time, we have begun to put up videos of classes that you can do at home. We just launched the videos last night, and we are continuing adding to it, which will include resources from our libraries, museums, and galleries. I want to thank our Parks, Recreation, and Cultural staff for the great and quick work that they are doing on this front. In the meantime, I continue our residents to enjoy outdoor spaces, including our parks, playgrounds, and beaches. Get out in the fresh air, but do so by being mindful of social distancing. Use your judgment. Surrey is a big city. There are many outdoor spaces you can make use of while keeping the social distancing intact. I want to conclude that I am proud of our residents for their calm and resolve during this time. I've been out in our community for the last week, 2 weeks, and I see a very calmness out there. People respecting each other, keeping a distance from them, but at the same time out enjoying our parks and walking out there. I think that our residents, and I would classify the City of Surrey at this time as very calm. Most of our restaurants are closed down, but people are accepting the fact that they need to stay at home, and they're respecting that. And we have a very calm nature out in our city right now. We will get through this because we are together. All of our residents, council, our management, our first responders are together and working together, and in fact enjoying working together and enjoying their families as they're out in our community. We should also take a moment to thank the people who are working on our behalf at this time. From healthcare staff and frontline emergency responders to the grocery clerk or the transit operators, everyone is going to work to keep us safe, our kitchen pantries full, and I want to thank them. And I encourage everyone to take a moment and send a message of thanks and support for their efforts they are doing on our behalf. Thank you very much. I'll open it to some questions right now, and we do have some online questions. So any questions at this stage? Okay, seeing none online, we have...
Okay, great. So Connect FM asks, what are the guidelines and instructions for construction companies and sites in Surrey? In other words, what is the number of workers they should have at work sites?
Well, at this time, I'm not aware of any guidelines other than we want to keep a social distance like every other person in the city. There's a number of construction companies that are working, but I think most of them have reduced their staff as far as the number of construction workers out there. But we also want to continue on with business in Surrey because we need to continue to build facilities, create jobs in our community. There is so many jobs being lost during this time that we want to encourage people that once we have this virus under control, then we need to put emphasis on increasing our activity so that we provide jobs for our community. So it is a fine balance of how many is currently working in our construction industry. But we also, as I mentioned, have approved a very large project that is going to put in sewers and pump stations in the construction industry, $35 million worth of it, and that project will be starting in a couple of weeks.
Okay, Red FM asks, do we have enough stock of sanitary items for city workers?
Yes, we do. We've had a large stockpile of sanitary hand lotions and so forth, and we have been well stocked up in Surrey. I think that's a real credit to our emergency team, which we've had many exercises, and we have recognized that we have to have the ability to have all the supplies in hand. I will give you one example, is that we, on sanitary, with our hand washing and so forth, we decided to actually produce some ourselves with a formula that we have. And so we actually are producing ourselves some hand sanitation lotion that we are currently using. And so that's how we've become innovative in making sure that we can provide the tools that we need to make sure everybody is safe. I'll conclude it at that stage because I have to go on to a conference call right away with the government. But I appreciate all of you coming out at this time in Surrey. So again, thank you very, very much. Thanks.